Hi everyone! In this video, we will try to replace the upper control arms of the front suspension on an Audi A6 C5. This can also be done on an Audi A4 and Passat B5 because they all have the same suspension system. As far as I know, the upper control arms come with the same ball joint pin for all models of cars. In the previous video, I showed how to check the upper front control arm, and it turned out to be faulty in my car. Since I need to leave urgently, I bought the cheapest suspension arm and want to replace it today. In the future, I may order the entire set of front suspension arms from a well-known brand, but for now, it is the cheapest arm from the spec company. We will try to replace the levers using the simplest method possible. To do this, we need to jack up the car to remove the wheel. Then we need to unscrew the longest bolt that connects the ball joint of the arm to the steering knuckle. This is the most problematic bolt in the car's suspension system, and in most cases, it gets stuck due to corrosion. I have already replaced it, so I can unscrew the bolt without any problems. We take the 16 keys and calmly unscrew the bolt since it was lubricated with graphite grease before. After removing the bolt, the upper control arms should pop up. If they do not come out, we can tap them gently from below. I took a small head from the set and tapped it gently, after which the ball bearings immediately came up. As you can see, here is our problematic lever. Just for fun, you can check the ball joint of the lever. You can see it has a lot of play. Let's check the second lever. Here you can see that the ball joint moves tightly, which means the lever is still good. Well, it turned out we've done the main job. Now let's open the hood and unscrew the 3 bolts there that hold the shock absorber strut so that it can be pushed forward, and we can get the bolt out. We've dealt with the bolts. Now I just release the bottom of the shock absorber to make it easier to move on the lower lever. Next, I insert the pry bar between the subframe and the lever and start pushing down. As a result, the shock absorber strut begins to move down, and at the same time, with the other hand, we slightly pull the strut together with the upper levers towards us to create space for the bolt. Finally, we slightly pulled the strut towards us, and now we can easily unscrew this front lever, get the bolt out, and install a new one. So, I've removed the bolt from the silent block. Now we extract the upper faulty lever. We've taken out the lever and now we're installing a new one that we bought in advance. By the way, take a look at the new lever. It's slightly different from the old one. For some reason it has a different curve. Let's look at the ball joint pin in the old lever. As you can see, it dangles a lot. Next, we install the new upper suspension lever and tighten the bolt that attaches the silent block to the shock absorber bracket. To know at what distance to tighten the lever from the bracket, you can use the second lever as a reference, which we did not unscrew. That is, we put them on the same line so that the ball joint fingers stand together evenly, and only then we tighten the bolt. Levers have been tightened. Now we need to extract them using a mounting tool and push the shock absorber strut back into place. If a special pin goes into the bracket, it means the strut is in the right place, and we can tighten the lower lever's silent block. Note that it must be tightened under load, for which I put a jack, loaded the lever and am now tightening it. After that, we bring in the steering knuckle and insert the ball joints of the 2 upper levers into it. In the final stage, we insert the long bolt. As you can see, we didn't have to remove the shock absorber strut, and the upper levers were changed without any problems. So that's all for now. See you soon in the next video.